Welcome to the stage, Ajene Simmons, everybody.
Hey, what's happening? How's everybody doing? All right. I'm Ajene. I'm from Brooklyn. If you can't read. Anybody else from Brooklyn? All right. Gotta be somebody. There's always somebody on there. All right. Yeah, it's nothing like being on stage to fuck with your nerves. Have I been the only black person to come up here sometimes? Yeah, that'll do it too, you know. There's always, you know, these assumptions and stereotypes about black people. You know, I don't know, these things, negative images that are in the news all the time. It's hard. And plus, I have to lug around this massive cock all day. It's hard. I mean, it's not hard. I don't mean that. I just mean it's difficult. It makes you uncomfortable. There's these, no, it's rough though. You hear about stuff in the news where we get judged for our clothes and things like that. You guys heard about that kid in Florida, Trayvon Martin. He got shot because he was wearing a hoodie. The guy's following him around. He felt stressed out because the guy's wearing a hoodie. I mean, stuff like that can't happen. You don't really hear about that happening with white guys. Last week, actually, I did. I heard it was this 911 call. Hello? 911. Yeah, I just shot this white guy in front of my building. Of course I had a reason. What do you mean? I felt threatened. I was outside. The guy, have you been outside today? It's 50 degrees out. The guy was wearing shorts. That made me uncomfortable. I was a little nervous. So I approached him. Yes, I approached him first, and he turned around and he pulled out a container of hummus. So I shot his ass. He's still out there. Somebody sent help. I don't know. I want to work out there myself. But these, you can't. I mean, that's silly. You don't want to worry about what people are wearing, but we do notice these things. You see these kids walking around the street with their pants hanging off their ass, and we all hate it. You know, adults hate it. We think they look stupid, but they don't care. It's just, you know, you grow up and you don't care what adults think. I think they would care if they kind of knew where it came from, though. You know, it's like, you guys know that that's a jail thing? You guys heard that? In jail, you don't have a belt. So these guys, they walk around and they have their pants drooping and nobody really notices it. But some guys will pull them down a little bit further to let other inmates know that they're available for forbidden relations. That's true. I think if these kids knew that, they wouldn't do it as readily. But the thing that's crazy to me is that these incarcerated butt pirates are the ones that have been speed dating. It's crazy that, you know, jailbirds are the ones that have the corner on the relationship market, right? I shouldn't say that. I just got recently engaged, so I'm happy. I know. No, I'm lucky though. I have somebody that I know is in my corner no matter what, you know, good and bad in my life. That's a beautiful thing. Because times are rough. I mean, last year I wasn't working for a while, and those are the times where you really learn who you can rely on. You know, I would call people, you know, hey, let's hang out, man. You know, hey, what's up, Mr. Ajene? Yo, there's a game tonight. Let's go to the bar. Meet me at the bar. We're gonna watch the game about 7 o'clock. All right, cool. I'm a little light though, you know, I'm not working these days. I'm taking care of the tab. Hello? Hello? Dad! Oh man, see, you guys laugh at that. I told you about these stereotypes. I know my pops. You can't think like that, man. But when I think when you realize that money's not coming in, you start to pay a little bit more attention to your bills. And last year, I would do that. I mean, I would get a water bill. I'm like, rain falling from the sky freely. Why am I paying a water bill? That don't make no sense to me. But I wrote a couple of letters, but it never really got anywhere. But what really pisses me off, parking. Why the hell should we pay for parking? I park my car in front of my house every day, and I don't pay a dime. But if I come into the city, I gotta pay. So my pops, to make up for the time he hung up on me, he called me, and he was like, I got tickets for this Knicks game last week. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, just meet me in the city. So I drive in. I'm driving around. I can't find anywhere to park. So finally, I pull into this parking lot. I pull in. The guy walks up to my car, opens the door, and says it's gonna be $40. I said, all right, well, just fill it up and get me a cheese pizza, leave it in the back seat. You know, he said, no, we don't do any of that. You just park the car and you pay $40. I said, you want me to pay $40 to leave my car next to the wall? I'm paying for that? He said, listen, that's what it is, sir. That's what it is. There's a line of cars behind you. I don't get paid to argue with the customers. You see, that they don't even pay me enough for this. You see, my pants are kind of hanging. I don't have enough for a belt. Like, what was that wink about? So, you know, I fucked him. I didn't want to pay for no parking, man. I didn't get my $40, you know? So, thank you guys. That's my time.
Ajene Simmons, everybody, clap it up.